Hey, this is Josh McEwen here with episode 7 of Dufferin Spotlight on Business, where we bring your community to you by letting you know what's in the area while highlighting the advantages of shopping local. This week I am joined by Shelly Wishart and Taylor Copeland of GoYoga Orangeville, which is located at 169 Broadway in Orangeville. GoYoga provides a variety of yoga sessions for people of all ages and skill levels. Furthermore, they host meditation sessions and beginner series for a variety of the classes that they teach. I had the opportunity to experience both the yoga class and their beginner series for meditation. I left feeling confident that everyone would benefit tremendously from these exercises and that GoYoga provides a welcoming and relaxing environment to perform them. In addition to their classes, GoYoga is a one-stop shop for all of your yoga and meditation wants and needs, regardless of your skill level, or even if you are just slightly curious about yoga or meditation. Check GoYoga out. Again, they are located at 169 Broadway in Orangeville, and they have a Facebook page and website, GoYogaOrangeville.com. Big thanks to Shelly and Taylor for their time and for the opportunity to learn more about their business. To the audience, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Dufferin Spotlight on Business. Hi, it's Josh McEwen here with Dufferin Spotlight on Business, and today I'm joined by Taylor Copeland and Shelly Wishart of GoYoga Orangeville, which is located on 169 Broadway in Orangeville. Would you mind just kind of introducing yourselves a little bit?
Okay, I'm Shelly Wishart, and I'm the owner of GoYoga, and I get to practice here a lot, and I teach here as well.
Awesome.
And I am Taylor Copeland, and I spend most of my time here, whether it be in the yoga studio practicing or teaching or out front mingling with all of our customers.
Awesome. And what are your most popular products or services?
Well, our most popular service is probably yoga, although meditation is on the rise as well.
Yeah.
But our main purpose here is to teach people yoga, various kinds of yoga in various ways. And like I said, meditation is on the rise. So we've got beginner's meditation and guided meditation as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and also I would say that for as far as yoga goes, one thing that I don't know if it's our most popular thing, but something that's very popular is our beginner yoga series. So that's where a lot of our eventual members come from, is they start out taking our beginner series and they learn all the basics of yoga, and then they feel confident to step into any of our yoga classes.
Okay, yeah. Again, it lowers the barrier of entry for everybody because it makes it a little less intimidating and kind of know what they're doing, like you said.
Yep.
And from what I understand, there's a few various styles of yoga as well. Or am I wrong on that? Like, you have several different types of classes?
Yes, we have quite a few.
I read Vinyasa. I don't know what that is, sorry. But is that how it's pronounced?
Yep.
Yeah, Vinyasa. So Vinyasa is one of the more fast-paced classes that we offer.
Oh, yeah?
Along with a class called Detox Flow, which is quite popular.
And Core Flow, too.
And Core Flow, yeah. But on the other end of the spectrum, we've got very gentle classes that are appropriate for all levels. So a lot of floor-based classes like restorative, yin, if you're looking to gain some flexibility, and mindfulness, actually.
Okay.
And then we've got Gentle Flow and Go Flow, which are sort of our in-between intermediate classes, which you're sort of up and down moving, but at a moderate pace.
We also have Happy Hips, back to the yin and restorative. That's a really popular class, and that's on Friday evenings. It's a really gentle, all levels class, and everybody could use a Happy Hips class. It's really good for you, and it's really good for mobility for hips.
Awesome. And I mean, that's very important, especially as people grow older. I would like to go to the meditation as well. I got to experience the beginner meditation series, at least a few classes now. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it helps get people into it. Like, I mean, you kind of think anybody can do it and you don't need a class, but it can really help you learn the benefits, of course, and then learn how to set aside time, like as you've taught me. What I do is do it at the beginning of the day. What I learned from you, because that's the only time that you really do have a kind of a routine. Maybe you wake up 10 minutes earlier and then you kind of do a little 10-minute meditation, and then go from there. And your beginner intro classes, I think, are a really good thing to get people into the studio. Just speaking from my own experience, it seems like a little intimidating for some people to go into a yoga studio. There's just always an excuse not to do something, no matter what it is, right? But I mean, those classes are a big help. Like even my intro class to the Stretch and Restore, I felt pretty uneasy coming in here just because that's just who I am. I feel uneasy going most places, but I came in here and about 10 minutes in, I was really relaxed. And I mean, especially at the end when you're laying down, like that, the very end of the class, it's pretty beneficial. Like it's pretty nice.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
Yeah. That's our goal here at GoYoga, is to make everybody, every walk of life, to feel welcome here. So my mom actually hadn't done one of my yoga classes in the first 7 years that I taught, and it was because she was too nervous to come in. So she's actually the reason we came up with the beginner series.
Yeah.
She said, that's the only way that you're going to get me in there.
Completely understandable. So that makes complete sense. That's so cool. That's awesome that it came from that too. So I mean, you identified the need and it was something close and personal to you and you solved the problem.
Yeah.
Now she's here every day.
Yeah, it's true. And the same with a lot of our beginners series people. Like, they really are our most loyal members, and they not only come once a day, sometimes they'll come twice a day. It's crazy how often people come. It becomes a part of their lifestyle. And so what the beginner series does is it eliminates all barriers to entry. Everybody in the class is brand new to yoga. You can ask questions. You can sort of look like you don't know what you're doing because that's appropriate, and everyone in the class is looking the same way. So
yeah, and it helps build a sense of community because, like you said, everyone's kind of at the same level.
Yeah.
And they kind of grow together, and they make friends, and they can come in the studio more often. And again, a sense of community only helps everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
That's another benefit of coming to a studio versus maybe doing it at home.
Mm-hmm. The sense of community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. So are you working on any major projects or jobs?
Yes, we are expanding our physical space.
Oh, yes.
This building is 3 levels, and we now occupy the first level, but we'll be taking over the second level as well, so that we can make that into one large studio space.
Cool, that's exciting.
So, yeah.
Wow, so are you going to be offering more classes, or how's that going to work?
Right now, in some of our classes, particularly the stretch and restore, or more restorative classes, we are a lot of the time at capacity. So it's important for us to get as many people in the door as we can.
Yeah.
That was the big motivation, is because currently our large studio holds 20 people.
Yeah.
And we ask people to sign up ahead of time, and many times there's a waiting list, and not everybody who wants to come to yoga can come. So we hate to turn people away. So with the expanded space, we estimate between 30 and 35 mat spaces up there.
Oh, wow.
So we'll be able to move some of our really popular classes upstairs, and then we'll be able to expand the size of our studio for our warm classes as well, because those are really popular, and we can move our panels into our now medium-sized studio. So we'll be able to spread things around. The plan right now is to have an always set up space for meditation. So we'll use our small studio as a meditation space.
Oh, okay. And that's awesome. So you can kind of have a dedicated space and it's less preparation.
That's the plan right now. We could change our mind.
That's awesome. The flexibility is good.
Yeah. Well, yes, because we're yogis. But
awesome.
We'll see how that nets out, but that's the plan for now.
And I mean, more space allows people to bring more of their friends, a bigger community develops. I mean, like you said, you never want to turn people away.
Right.
And I mean, it's unfortunate when the classes are so popular, especially those stretch and restore classes. I know the one I attended was full, and that was Labor Day. That was Labor Day, I think, actually.
Was that?
Yeah, so I mean, it was quite a full class.
Yeah. So we have a retreat, and this would be the 5th, I think, retreat that we've done in Nosara, Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's November 23rd to the 29th.
Oh, it's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming up soon. But we're staying at the Costa Rica Yoga Spa in Nosara, which is on the Pacific coast. And it'll be twice a day, all levels yoga and meditation. And lots of free time, lots of time for the beach, for all kinds of different activities. There's a beautiful spa there. The food is super healthy and delicious. It's kind of like a week in paradise. So, and we still have some spots left in our retreat. So if anyone's listening that wants to attend, we're happy to have you join us.
That's cool. Awesome. And be sure to check out the website, GoYogaOrangeville.com. Awesome. Yeah. Was there anything else?
So in January, we have an advanced yoga teacher training. Okay. So generally, that means it's open to current teachers who want to learn more and expand their knowledge.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, maybe they've taken some time to figure out what route they want to go. So maybe they want to learn more about teaching restorative, or maybe they want to learn more about teaching vinyasa. There's so much you can learn.
Allows people to specialize. Or further enhance your skills. Like you said, continuous learning is important. So I mean, it's good like your teachers are doing that as well. Yeah. And you're enabling that.
So the great thing about the 300-hour is that it's broken up into different modules.
Oh, yeah?
And each module is a weekend, and we've actually opened up a few of the weekends to the general public. I know we have some members here who would like to learn more about yoga just for their personal practice.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're very interested in yin, we have a module which is a weekend training for yin that allows people to deepen their knowledge there.
I'm sure people would love that. So would most modules be open to the public or just select ones?
So there's 5 modules which are for just the teachers because it expands on what they already know.
Okay.
And then there's elective modules, about 7 of them, I believe, that are open to the public.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That sound indicates a commercial break. We're new, so we'll just take this time to let you know what Dufferin Spotlight actually does. Each week, we will be releasing a new episode of our show, Dufferin Spotlight on Business, which will feature a discussion with business leaders from around Dufferin County regarding their businesses and accomplishments. The achievements of small business leaders largely go unnoticed, but it is our goal to highlight and recognize them. as these are the people who keep small communities like ours alive. In addition to bringing more attention to the businesses in Dufferin, we will share the advantages of shopping local. So be sure to check back each week to see the amazing things people are doing through their businesses. To find out more about what we do, and to stay updated on the other shows we will be producing, be sure to check us out at dufferinspotlight.ca. So how many people do you guys employ today?
So we have 2 full-time people, Taylor and Megan, who works the front desk full-time during the day. And then we have something like 8 different teachers, I think, approximately.
Where do you guys find them all?
Just around town. Taylor actually runs our yoga teacher trainings, and a good number of our teachers come from being trained directly by Taylor. So it's a combination of that.
Awesome. And that means they're taught kind of the way that you guys want them to be taught, kind of following the same values that you guys have, versus maybe picking up bad habits at others. Not saying there's bad habits at other studios, but I mean, just they're doing things the way that you guys want them to do it.
Yeah, and I've watched them grow. So it's just exciting to watch them take the next step. You know, it's great watching people do that.
And then you get to work with them after.
Yes, exactly.
It's very cool. Awesome. And then again, that even helps even build the community even more.
Yeah.
Because then you had these people that maybe you learned with, and now they're your teachers.
Yeah.
And that makes it even better to come in the studio.
And there's a really strong sense of support for each other among our teacher community. They go to each other's classes. They're interested in each other's yoga teacher careers. And that's something that's really special about Go Yoga too. It's just the way that not just our members, but our teachers also support each other.
That's important.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that makes things easier for everybody and friendlier.
They're here because they want to be here.
That's a big bonus too. Because I mean, this is something I think you would need somebody that's passionate about it. Like you don't want someone that's just there putting in time. Like, that would not make for a very good class. Where do you think most of your guys' competition comes from? Local or the city? Or do you feel like you're really competing up against online resources?
I don't think we know the answer to that. I think a lot of people who start coming to Go Yoga come, well, for various reasons. A lot of people are told by their doctors, by other people, oh, you really should try yoga. So that's how they end up here. There are lots of places that you can practice yoga. There's other studios in town. You could practice at home. It just depends on what you like, what kind of experience that you want to have. And the thing about Go Yoga is it very much is a community. We're open all day long into the evening. We have a communal space where people are often just, having a cup of tea. But that's not everybody's thing. Some people would rather not interact with other people, so they might be more comfortable practicing at home, or the schedule might not work for them. So I'd say the competition for Go Yoga is really other things taking up other people's times, and also personal preference, really, like what people like.
Yeah, like you said, staying at home versus coming in. Like some people maybe would view as like a gym as a competitor, which I can understand where that comes from, but it's a different market, like I would say. Yeah,
it's kind of a different vibe here in a gym.
100%.
So
it's way more welcoming.
Yeah, but you can also become physically fit through your practice here, so that we have classes that are more challenging a lot of times than what you might experience in a gym, or at least equally so. But it's definitely different from a gym.
And then, as from what I understand, you also to go down by Island Lake and do yoga sessions there, which I think is pretty awesome. I mean, that's just a different environment. And I mean, doing it down by the lake, that's beautiful. I imagine people love that.
Yeah, so this past summer, we had 4 classes a week on our regular schedule out on the lake.
Awesome.
It's amazing. I love teaching there. It's great. You're out in nature. You don't need music, which is nice. Fresh air, yeah. The space is beautiful. You feel like you're outside of town.
Yeah,
somewhere completely.
You almost forget where you are.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is definitely nice.
And then we've also had a few events out there. We do our 108 sun salutations.
We also did a Canada Day class there.
Oh, yeah?
And there were, 55 people out on that dock. That's probably the max that it could hold. We did a big fundraiser there for Family Transition Place. Yeah, it's a really good venue for so many different things.
That's awesome. What do you guys think makes you different than the competition?
There's nothing like practicing in studio.
Yeah.
Free of distraction. I know that when I'm practicing at home, I'll notice there's laundry that needs to be folded, or maybe there's something on TV that looks fun to watch.
100%.
Or there's a cat on your mat.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a problem.
Often I'm like baking or cooking while I'm doing yoga. So you're not
100%
fully
present.
Yeah, you're not fully present.
And you guys aren't bringing your cell phones into these studios. Like, that's also a big distraction as well, I think.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going on. I know that from experience. It's very relaxing and people are focused on the activity at hand.
Yeah.
Which is a big benefit because, like you said, any other place, it's very easy to get distracted.
Yeah.
I mean, then you have places like recreation centers that offer free yoga as well. And I mean, again, those aren't dedicated studios. It's very easy to get distracted in those environments because, I mean, you have outside noise, everything else, and you're a lot better off if you really want to get into it, come to a studio because it's actually meant for that.
Yeah. If you're here, it's because you're interested in yoga and you want to learn more.
Yeah, and it's designed by people who know yoga. All these other places are meant for generic purposes.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys know what needs to be done to build an accommodating place. I mean, that's something that makes you guys different for sure. And then, like I've said it before, the welcoming environment. Like you'll never feel out of place. Like if you do, it'll quickly fade away.
Yeah, we hope so. That's always what we want.
And then you guys offer pretty much, I would say you guys are kind of like a one-stop shop for yoga as well, kind of like you guys have the front store as well.
Yeah.
And you sell pretty much everything you would need to get started into yoga.
Yeah, I mean, really, people don't need a lot to practice yoga. You really need your mat. And even here, we lend mats out. So if you don't have a mat, that's not a reason not to come.
Yeah.
But we sell mats here, and we sell some props that people might want. Some people have a home practice. And we sell clothing. And we have a lot of people that love to buy yoga clothing. So that's something that we sell. And we love offering it too. So we have our Go Yoga clothing printed with different things, and that's our most popular line of clothing. And then we have some other sort of athleisure brands that we carry as well.
Awesome. And then I believe you guys have a do-it-yourself Mala workshop.
Yeah, it's coming up in November, and you can choose your stones and set your intention and bead your own Mala necklace, which you can use in your meditations.
And then you guys have the Go Apothecary as well.
Yeah.
Is that where the essential oils are sold?
Yeah, so the Go Apothecary is all made locally, and it's everything that we love in as far as body care and fragrance products. So we have an all-natural deodorant that we offer. We have our own essential oils. We have a Go blend. We always diffuse a certain essential oil here, and so we sell that oil. If people walk in and the first thing they notice is the smell, they're always saying, oh, it smells so good in here. So we actually have bottled that, and people can take that home with them.
Awesome.
And then we have some straight, pure essential oils that we offer under that brand, as well as soaps and, a Palo Santo spray that we developed along with our manufacturer that only we have. And it smells just like the Palo Santo incense sticks that you burn before yoga. So
awesome.
Just a fun thing.
So everything you need pretty much. I mean, that's great.
Everything you need and more.
Those essential oils, I remember using the citrus ones in the meditation class last week.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I mean, it smelled really good. And I mean, it helps you definitely get into it.
We call that one Go Happy, and it's pure orange essential oil. So it just creates a sense of a lift, a happiness lift.
I could definitely see that. Hey, it's Josh with another commercial break. Still no real ads, but I just thought I'd let you know that I don't know my passwords. That stops me from writing them down, sharing them, or worst of all, reusing the same password for my banking, email, and on that weird website that I'll never return to that will most likely be breached next month. This keeps me secure while making my life more convenient. To figure out how you can do the same, be sure to check out the articles on our website, dufferinspotlight.ca. Now back to the show, Dufferin Spotlight on Business. So what do you think customers should look for when doing business with somebody in your profession?
I think people just need to try anything available to them and just stay with what feels comfortable for them. Most people have a really good sense of what feels comfortable, and if you walk into a studio and you don't feel comfortable or welcome, maybe you should try somewhere else.
Yeah.
So if you walk into Go Yoga and you feel really comfortable and happy and the schedule works for you, then definitely give it a try. I think it's worth trying any yoga that's offered, and just stick with what feels best.
Yeah, there's no one-size-fits-all solution, right? You have to do what's best for you, and that's the thing about yoga, right? Like, it's finding the right fit for yourself.
Right, yeah.
So when you were younger, did you think you'd be doing this?
No, I guess not. Actually, originally I wanted to be a welder.
Oh yeah? Awesome.
Which is kind of opposite of yoga.
It's noisy.
It's noisy, yeah.
It is hot.
Cool. Well, so what made you choose to get into this instead?
Yeah, so the reason I got into yoga was because I was experiencing anxiety and panic attacks. I gave it a shot, loved it right off the bat. It turned my life around, and I decided that I wanted to help other people in that same situation be able to overcome it through a positive experience.
That's awesome. I mean, to share the benefits that it had to you with others, especially with something like that, that is amazing. How about yourself?
Did I ever think I'd be doing this exactly? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've been practicing yoga for a long time, like my past career. I traveled quite a bit, so I would always bring my yoga mat with me. I would always find a yoga studio anywhere that I went. So I've been an avid fan of yoga for many years, and I used it a lot of times just as a fitness thing until I realized how amazing it made me feel, just emotionally as well. It just helped me deal with stress. And one of my dreams was to open my own yoga studio, but I wasn't a teacher or anything. So I'm so fortunate to have met Taylor, because Taylor is a pure yogi and has been practicing for even longer than I have, and has worked in so many different yoga studios.
Awesome.
Yeah. So anyways, and we just happened to have this beautiful building, and it just all worked out. Yeah. So I can't believe that I actually teach yoga now. That seems seems crazy, but I do. And I love it.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys are taking your shared passion and again sharing the benefits with everybody in the community. I mean, that's so awesome.
It's a win-win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so great. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Would you guys like to discuss your education?
My education isn't really all that exciting other than yoga.
Yeah.
I've done lots of different trainings in various places in North and Central America.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, so I've done trainings in trance dance, which is pretty much what it sounds. You
Get into a
dance
trance.
until you trance.
Wow.
But it is a form of yoga. And also something called prana danda, which is a yoga practice which is used with a danda or a stick. And it's kind of a mixture between yoga and martial arts.
Cool. How about yourself?
So I don't have as much yoga training as Taylor. I took my yoga teacher training in Barrie. But before that, my background, my educational background is in business. So I have a business degree.
Cool.
And I grew up out west. I went to University of Alberta.
Nice.
Yeah, and I had my own business for many years. And I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, actually.
Awesome.
So, probably all my life.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's I mean, you sold your business from my understanding, then you moved into this.
Yeah, actually, I moved into this first, and then it gave me sort of the imagination or the landing point to know what it was going to be like, so that I sold my business.
That's awesome. You
And I
played
felt comfortable doing it,
That's important too. Kind of be smart about it. And
knowing what the next step was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Do you mind me asking what the previous business was?
It was a private label cosmetics business, so we made custom beauty products for like big companies all over the world, really.
Oh, cool.
So cosmetics and all the accessories that go with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Very cool. Hey, it's Josh again with another commercial break. On top of that, knowing my passwords, I also don't pay for antivirus programs like Norton, Kaspersky, or McAfee. Despite this, I feel safer than if I did have them. To see why, check out the articles on our website, dufferinspotlight.ca. Now back to our show, Dufferin Spotlight on Business. What was your biggest challenge in starting this business?
We had a lot of challenges starting the business.
There always is.
Actually, Taylor officially started it on her own at first.
I convinced Shelley to help me.
Well, not really, and I kind of convinced you to let me help you, kind of. So it was sort of like a mutual, like we can make this something. And it was meant to be quite small, and which it was, but it's larger than I think we imagined it would grow to. And our previous studio before we moved into this space was a one-room yoga studio. We actually had one wall still of retail, but the entire space was about the size of the entranceway that we have today. And one of the struggles that we had at the beginning really was finding teachers that wanted to teach at our studio because we were so small. And so it really was mostly Taylor teaching. I wasn't a teacher at the time. So it just took us a while to gather our community together of teachers and just everything. And also our members. Like one of the things is visibility, people not knowing where we were. And so that's why we bought our GoYoga bus. Is because we didn't have signage that people could see because we were on the second floor of a building. So we had the bus and we would park that outside in the parking lot. And we also drove it around town and we handed out schedules and flyers and that kind of thing as much as we could. So we really had to do, and it's very grassroots. Like that was a way of telling people that we existed.
Yeah.
So I would say that was one of the biggest struggles is just visibility.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got competition out there, right? And I mean, when you're new, it's hard getting it out there. I mean, anything you can do, and that's a very smart way of going about it. Because I mean, there's still people that talk to this day that I know bring up
about the bus. I know, yeah. And we also wanted the bus. We just liked it.
It's very cool.
It was convenient.
Awesome. Do you guys have any advice for those starting their own business?
I think the biggest thing is to be open-minded.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Hear everything out because you never know what direction you're going to go. You don't know what every day holds. So keeping an open mind kind of allows you to
be open to suggestions,
to change as you need to be flexible.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, this is something that Taylor knows I go on and on and on about, but people think starting their own business means that they're on one perpetual holiday. So people of Orangeville, if you're thinking of starting your own business, you're going to work way harder, way longer than you've ever worked in your life.
Yep.
And it won't matter because you're building something for yourself. But if you think you're doing it because you just need a break, just go get a job somewhere. because you'll get all of what you want. You'll be able to take weekends and evenings off or whatever it is that you need. But if you're willing to work and you're passionate about something, then by all means do it.
Yeah, like I've said this before in the past, like if you think that's the easiest way to money, much less the easiest way to make your own schedule and free time, it's not. There's easier ways to do that, and it's
you
not
give
running
up a
your
lot
business.
in starting your own business, and it can be
100%.
so rewarding, and it also can be equally heartbreaking and exhausting.
Yeah.
So not everyone is meant to start their own business.
No,
you know?
the lows are low, but the highs are high.
Yeah.
And we were both taught that actually in our teacher trainings, not to start a yoga business.
Oh yeah?
That was one of the words of advice.
Yeah, don't start a yoga business.
From our yoga teachers.
Get hired, they said.
Which is, for most people, that's the way to go, I would say.
For 90% of the people going through this class, I imagine that is definitely the case.
Yeah.
Any class, to be honest. So yeah, that is common advice I've heard as well. So don't do your own business. It's not the easiest way to do.
Yeah. And you're not guaranteed success.
You're owed nothing. It's all about how much work you put into it, and then even then, that's not a guarantee.
No.
It takes a lot of luck.
A lot of luck.
Yeah. Have you guys exceeded your original goals?
You know what? I think that this is way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah?
Even though I thought it was going to be fun. It's very satisfying. And I didn't think we were going to be expanding to the second floor. So I'd say we've exceeded in that way in terms of our membership. I thought we'd have ample space here. It felt like this place was so large when we moved. So
Definitely. It's good that the community is growing. I imagine you guys made a lot more friends along the way as well, because, I mean, you guys had to meet all these new teachers and all the staff. I mean, I imagine those were all new people you were meeting, right?
We're very, very lucky to have the teachers that we do.
Yeah.
They're all wonderful, and they all bring something so unique and special here to Go Yoga.
It sounds like it. Like, I mean, you have Janice, who helps with the social media stuff and the website.
Yep.
And then you have Kristen, who seems to handle a lot of the kids-related stuff.
People with different specialties and that bring a whole passion of their own to the business. So
it's so great that you have such a like a team with such a different skill set. Because I mean, there's not many places have that, but I mean, you guys have a well-rounded team.
Yeah.
Which is very, very great.
There's someone for everyone.
That sounds like it.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is our last commercial break. If you made it this far, thank you, and I have to assume you found this interesting. To keep up to date with new episodes, be sure to follow or subscribe to us on your preferred listening channel. We are available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And of course, you can find all of our shows and more on our website, dufferinspotlight.ca. If we are not already on your preferred platform, be sure to let us know through our website, and we will do our best to get on it. We prioritize accessibility to our shows, so we will do our best to make it happen. That's it for commercials, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Dufferin Spotlight on Business. Are you guys looking forward to anything in the near future?
Well, I'm looking forward to having a larger space so we can bring in more people.
Grow the community and everything else,
It's so fun having a large community of people. Every morning you come in and you're excited to see the people who have pre-registered for that morning class.
And that's the thing about your website too. You guys make it so easy to sign up.
You'd think.
Yeah.
It seems pretty accessible.
It's a certain software that we use. It's called MindBody, and there are glitches.
It has a mind of its own.
Yeah, we feel like we're at MindBody's mercy.
Actually, speaking of education, I went to MindBody University.
That was your university. It's true.
Yeah, I didn't learn anything. Actually, I learned more about the business than...
Than actually the software, which is why she was there. But still, it was useful.
Yeah.
You're not going back.
No.
No. Awesome. So is there anything else you guys would like to say before we wrap up?
No, just that I think that we're really lucky to be doing this here in the community of Orangeville, because I think that Orangeville is just on the verge of growing. And this is a really sweet time for Orangeville. And I think that it's going to change a lot in the next years ahead. And hopefully it's going to maintain its charm. But in terms of Go Yoga, our plan is to still be relevant to the community as it continues to grow. And so we're just lucky to have this beautiful space here and to be in this incredible community.
Well, I think you guys will be successful in that. I mean, you guys have a great environment here, and I mean, I can imagine this should be one of the first places people look at when they're looking into a place they want to do yoga with other people.
Hopefully,
I mean,
we watch friendships create here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I mean, how many places do you get to work where you get to see that every day?
Yeah.
Maybe not every day, but very
really
often.
fulfilling.
Yeah. That's awesome.
The only thing I think that we need to add is that we understand a lot of people feel nervous coming into a yoga studio, and sometimes people say it's taken them weeks just to walk in through the door. And actually often I'll see somebody walk in the door and walk out and then I'll see them again a couple of weeks later. And it's just taken them that much longer to walk in through the door. And we just want everybody to know that they're so welcome here. No matter who you are, we would love to meet you and love to have you here at Go Yoga.
For sure. I mean, that's probably the exact kind of person that I am. And I'm so glad that, first of all, you guys gave me that free pass to get me in here. I probably wouldn't have been able to experience this, but I think there's a lot of people like me who are exactly like that. And like you said, once they make that little jump, they're so happy that they did it. And I mean, it might take them a little bit, but once they do, it's so good. And I mean, I honestly advise everybody in our audience, if you feel like that, just do it. Like, it will pay off for you. Whether it's meditation, yoga, anything else that Go Yoga has to offer, like, you will benefit from it.
Thank you.
So I'd just like to follow up with, what's the best way to get in touch with you guys? Just go through your website?
Yeah, or even you can call us if you want to talk on the phone. Our number is 519-307-6000. You can ask for any of us, Taylor, Megan, or Shelley. And you can also send us an email at goyogaorangeville@gmail.com.
Awesome. And then your website's goyogaorangeville.com.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But the best thing is to walk in through the front door.
That's true. That is true. That's the only way you're going to truly experience
Join the party.
this.
Yeah.
And you'll see everything this place has to offer.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you. All right, that's it for this week's episode of Dufferin Spotlight on Business, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to Shelley and Taylor for taking the time to help us out with our show, and to those of you who listened. If you would like to learn more about the people and businesses who make Dufferin what it is, be sure to check back every Tuesday for new episodes. The easiest way to do this is to follow or subscribe to our show, wherever you prefer to listen. We are currently available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. Of course, you can find all of our episodes and more on our website, dufferinspotlight.ca. If there's anywhere else you would like to see us, please let us know through our website, and we'll do our best to get on it. If you haven't had a chance to check out our episode from last week, it was with Stephanie Deacon and Brianne Mathers, the owners of Fiddlehead Care Farm. If you have never heard of a care farm before, that's not surprising, as they are the first in Canada. But it's probably not what you're thinking, and they are a pretty amazing concept that is popular elsewhere in the world. So be sure to check out that episode, as you will learn a lot, and I'm sure you'll enjoy listening too. Until next time, get to know your community and shop local.